Hi, I'm off to an early start tonight because this it gets dark so early. So you may notice that I've got a few boxes there. I did make a few purchases. I still have the two boxes on the bottom down there from the premium spirit release to bring my premium spirit releases home, and a couple other boxes from getting stuff from Alberta and having bottle trades, shipping bottle trades around and stuff. Tonight, I have a sample because it's Sample Sunday. It's not really Sunday here where I'm recording, but it's Sunday when you're going to see this, or it's Sunday when this is going public. This one here is a Loch Lomond blend, bottled at 46% ABV. It is a blend of 12, 14, and 16-year-old Loch Lomond and some 12-year-old Inchmurrin. Now, I've only had one or two Loch Lomonds in my entire life. I think I tried a 12-year-old single malt from Loch Lomond, and I don't remember much about it. It didn't really strike me as anything fabulous. And I haven't... Loch Lomond is one of those distilleries that I seem to have been ignoring, maybe because I don't see their stuff on shelves right here in BC much, and I'm not really inclined to order it from Alberta unless it's something really up my alley, like Lechaig or Port Charlotte or stuff like that. So Loch Lomond, this may impress me, but of course this is Catnap G's interpretation of I guess what he feels a Loch Lomond should be like, or it's like an infinity bottle of Loch Lomond containing 4 ingredients. Well, I'm gonna give it a shot, as this stuff is probably quite unique, since how much of this is there around, and would you be able to get it? I don't know. It's a sample. Go try it. All right. We have our little bottle here. This is what, 300 mils? 30 mils. I think it's about 25 or 30 mils. Right away, I'm getting apples and cinnamon. I guess you could call it a single malt since it's all from the same distillery. Yeah, definitely apples and cinnamon, maybe a bit of pear, some orchard fruits. Bit of baking spices along with that cinnamon. But it's subtle, As I keep going with the nosing, I'm getting more and more of the fruits coming out, more and more of the orchard fruits. It's bottled at 46%, or it's blended at 46%, so that might make it a really excellent, put it at the right drinking strength anyway. Let's just cleanse the palate a bit. Yeah, I'm getting something else. Maybe a little hint of peat. Just a hint. And what did it say here? Loch Lomond, a blend of 12, 14, 18, and 12-year-old Inchmurrin. That's all it says here in the email. And also, it's the same thing on the sample bottle. All right. I should taste it. Oh. Okay. The orchard fruits are still there. There's a spicy element creeping in. It's like, it's as if it's coming from underneath my tongue and coming out to the sides and making a spicy finish. Somewhere in mid-palate, there's some caramel and toffee. But the strongest element is the spicy. And now it's finishing spicy. It's definitely finishing spicy. Interesting little blend. Interesting little exercise in blending. I think Catnap puts more thought into blending than I do. Because me, I just pour, anytime I open a bottle, I pour 1 dram from the top of the bottle into my infinity bottle, whatever my infinity bottle happens to be. Catnap, if you're watching this, let me know in the comments if you'd like to try some of my infinity bottles if you haven't already. I mean, I may have sent you 1 infinity sample, but I've got several. I'm going to come back to this. Oh, I got email. I got email from. Oh. I'll get back to that. I'll get back to that. Okay, I'm back. I'm so easily distracted, especially when I haven't had much to drink yet. And my first whiskey of the night is at 46%. Yeah, interesting. Once again, as time goes on, I'm getting more of the orchard fruits coming out. Apples, pears, a bit of citrus too. Something along the lines of mandarin oranges. That's what I'm thinking of, mandarin oranges. So, and the spiciness is not so evident on the nose. It's just fruity now. Even that cinnamon note seems to have faded into the background. And now on the nose, mostly what I'm getting is orchard fruits. Okay, try again. Definitely more toffee and vanilla on the mid palate, but then as I swallow it transitions to a spiciness, but the spiciness is not as spicy. It's still a spicy finish, but it's not as spicy as it was earlier. And I think the reason for that is that I have become acclimatized to it. I have become accustomed to it. So the spiciness doesn't have the same impact that it had earlier on when I first started. Yeah, this is all right. If you want to have some of this, all you have to do is get some Loch Lomond 12, 14, and 18-year-old and blend it along with some 12-year-old Inchmurrin, I guess in equal parts, I'm guessing, unless Catnap got really fancy and and use different proportions of the different elements that went into this. We'll see. Whatever. You can put that in the comments too. Yes, you may put that in the comments too, Catnap, if you're watching. Yes, an interesting blend. I will have to perhaps get more into Loch Lomond as time goes on. Hopefully opportunities to get some will be out there for me. Like I said, this is interesting. Loch Lomond may not be the big wow whiskey, but it is competent. And they have some very interesting distilling practices, as I recall. They've got, I think, 4 different kinds of stills, and they make whiskey with all of them, and sometimes they blend them together, and they've got some interesting things going on at the distillery. So, on that note, since it is a Scotch, and since it is a single malt Scotch, because everything's from the same distillery, since all of it is Scotch whiskey, I can say, well, can I say Sláinte? The thing is, it was blended in Canada. We're getting into some sticky little legalese questions here, but I'm just gonna say Sláinte. Sláinte.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Yeah.